Yo, welcome back to another Apex Legends video. So with the release of Season 6, we received a whole new array of points of interest. In this video, I will be featuring my top 5 places to land in Season 6. These aren't in any particular order, but are based on loot pool, rotation options, and the amount of teams that are likely to land with you. I know there's a lot of hate surrounding Season 6, but I'm actually having a lot of fun. I think the new points of interest they added are really cool, and I think reverting the Evo Shields back to pre-Season 6 will help everyone enjoy the season more. But I'd love to hear what you guys think, so stop by my Twitch channel. I'm live most weekdays and every other weekend. Link down in the description below. Alright, let's get into it. The first place I want to go over is one of the newer locations of Season 6, and that's Launch Site. It is the one with the giant rocket. It is probably one of my favorites in regards to visual aesthetics of the area. I still think it would be really cool if the rocket would actually take off, but that's just wishful thinking. This location is one of the biggest locations they've added. It has decent loot for you and your entire squad. It sits near the outside of the map in between tree and dome. This location is moderately contested and it can be hit or miss depending on the direction of the ship. Though I feel because of its outer location, the popularity may drop off after the hype of the new area subsides. The best rotation out of Launch Site will be towards Sorting Factory through the new rotation pattern they've added. There are likely teams here fighting and or have already fought, so you might be able to snag a couple kills or scoop up some more loot. This brings me to my second landing spot, and that's Sorting Factory. Unlike Launch Site, this was not added in Season 6, but it is still one of my favorite places to land. I usually land at this main building, which has enough loot for you and another team member, and I work my way through the building and continue looting through Sorting Factory or head over to any fights that might be going on. This is also kind of a hit or miss as far as being contested early, though I will say more often than not, I have at least 1 to 2 teams landing here almost every time I land in Sorting Factory. But there are times where I have it all to myself. Another reason I like landing Sorting Factory is because it has a jump tower, which is convenient to quickly rotate out of the area. The best rotation out is to take the jump tower and head towards Fragment, though you could really head anywhere you'd like depending on the ring and team fights nearby. The third location I'd like to touch on is also not new to Season 6, but it's one you should all be familiar with, and that's Fragment. More specifically, Fragment West. I normally like to land at this building with the multiple levels and the 2 ziplines on either side. This building usually has enough loot for your entire team, though be warned, this is a highly contested landing spot, so if you're looking for a place with intense fights right off the drop, this is a place to land. From here, I normally will rotate to Fragment East, seeing as I'm more of an aggressive player and there's usually teams here. But if you want a more laid back rotation, you could head over to Harvester or the little no-name spot outside of Sorting. The next spot I'd like to mention isn't necessarily new to Season 6, but the area got a redesign, and that's Countdown. This used to be known as Drill Site, but it got a complete rework and name change. Now I'm going to be completely honest with you, I never really landed at the original Drill Site just simply because there were better places to land. I do like the redesign they brought with Season 6, and I have definitely been landing here more often. I love the verticality of it with the way the blast walls are able to rise. The loot here is good, and there's plenty for your entire squad. It's moderately contested, so you have a chance for some early game fights and some quick kills. From here, you have 2 rotation options. The first one is through the new rotation pattern they've added, heading over toward Lava Fissure, and the second one is heading towards Train Yard. These options are completely up to you depending on your playstyle. The 5th and final landing spot is Lava Fissure. This spot is for the ranked players and the players with a little bit more passive playstyle that enjoy to loot up first before fighting. This spot has decent loot that should be enough for your full squad. This spot more often than not has no one landing with you, but in the rare occasion that it does, it's usually just one team. This makes this area perfect for ranked, so you have one of 2 options. You can choose to fight and get early RP without much risk of getting third partied early, or you can choose to rotate out if you don't think your loot is good enough to win the fight. With this being said, there are multiple rotation options available to you. You can go across the train tracks and head over to where Mirage Voyage used to be. Take the new rotation pattern that was added toward Countdown, or you can go to the trials and get a guaranteed gold bag and armor, which is useful during ranked games. That concludes my top 5 places to land in Season 6. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Hey, you were dealing with the best. I'm a beast when it come to gaming. Kill shot, perfect aiming, hit the head on campaigning. Thank you for tuning in. You know that I gotta keep it hype all day. Give people what they like, hit them with a sniper, then it's good night. Like bang, bang, steady, bring the heat, ready to compete, picking up the speed, up in COD, staying in the lead. I got what you need each and every week. Let's go.
Oh, you're correct, out of your mind. Holy brother.